So goodbye, lovely anchorage. That was incredibly rolly. We didn't sleep that well. There was no wind, so we just had the seas roll in the boat.
That was awful. Everything was clattering, everything went flying.
Yeah, so there was a lot of sorting around, pots and pans, anything that makes a racket. It made a racket last night. But yeah, overall, quite rolly. So if you're into that sort of thing, this is a place to go.
So on to another island.
Yeah, we're going to Milos now. We're a bit pushed for time really. We've got until the end of the month, so we got 4 days to get out and check out, which Milos isn't the place to check out from and get your passport stamped. So we need to go further on, and one of them is, well, the other hop is a day sail, a full day. But hey-o. What are you doing, Bryony?
Trying to catch a fish. Still, we are at dangerous risk of having gone all the way from one end of the bed to the other and not catch a fish, which makes me really sad and a bit embarrassed. Girl wants some tuna.
No wind whatsoever. How do you feel about that, Bryony? No wind.
Sad. Right, we've hit 4 knots and that's like, oh, 4 knots. It's nothing.
The view's good though.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's very relaxing, which I'm not complaining about. But yeah, we've said it before, we'll say it again, it's the Med, all the wins or none of the wins. And today, folks, this is probably one of my all-time favourite views because the sea, the colour of it's incredible. With stunning islands. Yeah, this is nice. Makes up for last night. Yeah, look at that. Oh. It's our destination over there. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
What's the catch of the day, Bryony?
Don't get too excited. Don't eat it all at once.
Delicious.
Plastic, woo! Plastic. Still not a fish. Never a fish. Always plastic. Ah. Never mind. One less bit in the ocean.
It's currently about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've left Milos. It was an early start. I got up about 7-ish this morning. It's going to be an overnight sail to the port where we need to check out from to get our passport stamped. So we might get a little bit lightning tomorrow morning, but we shall see. Bryony's currently having a nap, and she's going to be on night watch probably till the early morning, and then I'll take over after that before I have another nap, or the first nap.
Not doing a very good job of napping though.
No, she's currently not napping. She's been on her phone. What just happened, Bryony?
I gave up trying to sleep, partly because we had fighter jets going over us. You can still hear them. And they're really hard to keep track of. They're quite high, but you can kind of see them dipping up through the clouds every now and then. I'd prefer dolphins, but that was a change. Probably don't you just think they were practicing, don't you, really? And
I think so.
It's a good place to practice out here. We thought we could message them on the radio, call them up, ask for a tow, get there quicker. With a little flying.
No, Bryony.
We're not moving very fast at the moment. Half the Greek military seems to be out today. The ships are out too now. One past ahead. We're smack bang in the middle of everything that's going on. We're heading towards those clouds, which does not fill me with joy. We've been told there might be lightning later, which, as anybody that's watched our previous episodes knows, does not make us happy. So it wasn't us. You can see in the radar, you can't see on the camera, but there's so many ships out there, and we can just with our eyes see on the horizon. There's a big old exercise going on. That or we're in trouble. Tony? Hello. What did you do?
I don't know.
Did you eat too many Greek pastries?
I'm not sure about that.
Too much feta?
It might be the feta. We have got too...
Have we got too much on board?
Too much. Smuggling.
Feta smugglers.
That's it. Must be it.
Hey folks. What time is it? It's not really that late. 8:30. The sun has set. We have a beautiful moon. You can hear the Jen vlogging slightly. We are quite downwind, and we've not got the whisker pole out. So it doesn't like that, but I'm pushing it a little bit. Just so we can get pretty bang on the waypoint and make life easier from there. There's a few tankers around, not much more. I've had a coffee. That's about it. Tony's trying to sleep. It's the first night sail in a while. It's kind of nice to get one in before we head off again on passage, just to ease us back into it, because it's only been day sails. But yeah, motor's off. We've got 13 knots of wind. It went up to 16 a little while ago, but at the moment it's a steady 13. Which is nice actually, because after we get to our waypoint it will turn starboard a bit and it'll be on the beam, which is a good angle for us, and 13 knots on the beam is very comfortable and speedy. We don't need to put in a reefer, so hopefully it'll stay like that. I'll show you around. Big old beautiful moon, lighting everything up. You can see the light of a tanker just on the horizon, and the other side there is land and big clouds which have been lit up. This camera's really good actually for night, so it looks a bit weird, but yeah, there's a quite big and quite high clouds. There's been a lot of storms over mainland Greece. There was talk of lightning, as we mentioned earlier, but I've not seen any. They are quite tall clouds, they go quite high, so I'm keeping an eye on them because they're really a little ominous, and a predictor of lightning. I hope not. We've not put a reef in. If I think that it's looking like lightning, things picking up, we'll change our sail plan very fast. I'll make Tony up and we'll get to that quite quickly. We don't want to be overpowered with canvas, especially when we're close to land. We don't want to get blown onto land. And yeah, with lightning and those clouds and squalls comes quite sudden high winds, so I'll keep watch, but at the moment, no dramas. So I just called up this boat on the radio because they were going to pass quite close to us. They said they were not able to manoeuvre, because as you can see they've got their fenders out on the side, they're going very slowly, they're going into port. So passing starboard to starboard instead of port to port, which would be the normal way of doing things, but that's okay. They're very polite on the radio, which is always appreciated.
Good morning. I've currently relieved Bryony from her duties. It's around 2 o'clock-ish. Just making myself a coffee. And yeah, I'll be on watch until at least sunrise. But it sounds like the wind's dying at the moment, so I might need to put the engine on, which isn't going to make Bryony happy. But otherwise, we'll never get there. Good morning. It's daylight. It's currently 9:30. I'm about to wake Bryony up. But we are motoring. As you can see behind me, there is no wind. 25 miles to go. But if I turn it around, you can see what view there is. That's pretty nice. It's a shame we can't visit a lot of Greece. The time we have, it's not enough. It is what it is. We've got well, we need to be at the Med really before the end of the year, and there's a few things we need to do before that. So time's not on our side. But yeah, definitely want to come back to Greece. Looks like an awesome place.
Good morning. I hope you can hear me over the engine. Yeah, I'm up. Tony's having a sleep. It's beautiful out there. Again, no wind, as Tony's already said, but really stunning scenery. Unfortunately, I'm on a bit of a mission to get my course with Survival Med done, which is a great course, actually. I'm really enjoying it. So, I'm kind of nipping up, having a look around on watch, but also coming down here and doing some learning. We're about to go through lightning, altitude, flash floods, and drowning. Lightning and drowning, obviously, as unsurprisingly, a big deal for the boat, so it's quite a good topic for us to be going through today. Got a few hours before we get to where we're going, and then all chaos kicks off, including apparently probably some lightning. So I feel like a little foreshadowing here, hopefully nothing big.
What's today's catch, Bryony?
It's a big Plasticus aquaticus, Tony.
Fantastic.
It's a winner. It's a heavy boy. Dinner.
We are currently coming into this port.
Our last port, Greece.
Indeed.
The end
last
is
port,
nigh.
Greece. Yeah. But there are ominous clouds all around. They are building quite a bit. There's rain over there. And yeah, it is forecast to have lightning at 4 o'clock, which looks pretty correct. But this is where we're going. This port, I've just radioed through, and they said there's space along this side of the wall.
We're here. Put my hair back because it is so greasy. Gonna have a shower in a bit. We've tied up to the wall. It's a wall. Just in time really, because there are some beefy clouds over there. And we can hear the thunder.
Good afternoon. It's just gone 2. But this morning we managed to get some fuel. I had to phone up a local delivery driver who delivers the fuel beside us, so that was really convenient and pretty quick. They're pretty friendly as well. I tried to get some water today. Well, I read on some of the comments that it was either free or there were taps over the other side, the harbour. But there are taps, but it's not free. I was told off trying to get some water earlier. But the view's a great view. Can't complain about that. It's really quiet as well in this harbour. There are clouds, but they're not thunderous, so it would seem like I spoke too soon. They are thunderous clouds, and there's a lot of rain at the moment. But anyway, we're having a chilled, sort our stuff out kind of day. Next week looks like it's going to be quite light winds, and we need to get out of the country before we need to pay for the cruising tax for the month. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. But there's Bryony studying.
Studying all day.
Yep, studying all day.
Big exam coming up soon.
Big exam?
I know, actually nervous.
Right, fair enough. That's us for today. Waiting out the rain and just doing odd jobs really. I've had a shave, as you noticed, but Brian has not.
Oh no.
And a wash, so.
I hadn't noticed that either.
We've decided to have a wander around this morning, and we're currently walking through a park in Kalamata, and there's loads of redundant trains that's sitting in the park. Kids are playing around on top of them. But yeah, it's a random thing to see. Good idea. Health and safety won't like it in the UK though.
They wouldn't, would they?
No. I know nothing about trains, but that looks like a heat exchanger to me. I know that because it looks like what we've got on our boat.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
Our time in Greece has come to an end. It's been epic. Not what we expected, but epic. And now we have to chase horizons and sail back through sunsets across the Mediterranean Sea, if we're going to realise our dream of sailing across the Atlantic. Next episode is a bittersweet passage. I receive heartbreaking news from back home whilst we're at sea for 11 days. But Neptune must have heard my tears, because he throws absolutely everything at me to remind me why I chose to leave my life on land and fell in love with the ocean.